Hi there, it's Laser Bry here for ourphotographyclub.com, and what I'm going to do in this video is just going to do a quick edit of a picture. Now, I've done this a few ways really. In this video I don't really want to go into the HDR side of things just yet, because I want to save that for another time. So what I've got here is I've got a picture I took, and it was taken at minus. It was taken 2 stops down, if you know what I mean, when I took it, because it's part of a 3-part exposure for HDR. I'll just drag in the HDR version of this image. I don't know if you can see that very well on YouTube, but this is actually a HDR version of this same shot. But I really don't want to get into the HDR just yet, but we will. Let me just drag that out again. But what we're going to do is to see what we can do with this picture which we have, and it's a minus 2 stop exposure, so it should have a lot of detail in it in theory. So let's get started. As you can see, I've made a virtual copy of it, and let's see what we can do with it. So it's I'm going to probably leave the exposure as it is for now, and but I am going to boost the contrast just a touch. Now we're going to look at the highlights. Okay, now but if you hold the, I think it's the Alt key, and move the highlight, and it's not doing it now that there you go, but that's the sun, so that doesn't matter. Now if I just release that, you can see what's happened, but then again I don't really like that, so I'm just going to take that down because I want to keep some of those clouds. So that's actually too much. Alright, let's play with the shadows. Now remember, I don't like going by numbers, I go by what I'm seeing on the screen. So and I really think that is the best way to go, rather than going by numbers, and I quite like that at the moment. So let's have a look at the whites. I am looking at the histogram a little bit, and it's starting to clip a little bit, so I'm just going to hold the Alt key and see where it's clipping. It's the sun, so I'm not too worried. Okay, it's getting a bit bright. I like it about there. And the blacks, take them to the extreme so you can see what they're doing. Okay, still looking a bit plain. I might want to move the temperature a little bit, so let's just change that temperature just. Playing around with it, it's going a bit bluey. Do we want it blue? Like that? Nope, I want it red. So let's just boost that up a little bit, just make it a little bit pinky. Let's move the tint a little touch to touch. Ugh. Going a bit mauvey. That. Okay, these are my favourite bits, the clarity. I love playing with that, but it does tend to get a bit noisy. And I love the vibrance, always plenty of that, because I like it going HDR-y. And saturation. Now, some people only give this like a touch. I always like to go just a bit OTT with it. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, the details is probably really noisy actually. Let's have a look. Wow, look at that. That's actually quite nasty. Very noisy image actually. Don't think there's a lot I can do with that, to be honest with you. Anyway, see how we get on. Let's give it a touch. Just playing around with it. I'm not very good at this part, to be honest with you, but let's see how we can do. I always find taking this down actually helps with this sort of thing. Yep. Oops, didn't want to do that, did I? Let's try the noise. Let's take it to its extreme. It's not really doing much, is it? Ah, that's better. Yeah. Dee. Oops, don't want to do that. Ah, no. Right. Right, enable profile correction. I'm using a Canon. Oh, it's better to zoom out when you do this, just so you can see it working. So let's go to Canon. There we go. Oh, okay. Now that's actually not bad. There's a few things in here which I don't really like. So before we move on, I'm going to get rid of them. So let's zoom into this bit here. Okay. A leaf. So we're going to go to our dodge. Well, it's not that one I want, it's this one. The clone. Right. Let's see what size we've got here. Oh, it's not good. Photoshop might be better for this, but we'll give it a go. It's quite a big one, isn't it? It should calculate itself. My computer's a laggy again. See, that's too small. Let's take it up. Whoops. Ooh. Come on, computer, slow. Wow, that's way too big, but that'll do. Just turn that off for a minute. And we'll zoom out. Zoom out. See, that's gone now. And I want to get rid of this. Come on. Whoa, that is not very good, is it? Right, let's take that down a bit. It's too big. I'm pressing the bracket key here. Boom, 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 boom. Come on. Wow, that's so slow. Right. Okay, that looks big enough. Well, why is it putting it over the duck? Why, you little... Actually, it's not showing there, is it? Just a tiny little bit there. Let's move that just a tab. Oh, you get... Come on. Oh, it's so slow. Oh, I don't want that. It's like twins. It doesn't help when your computer's running slow, so get in there, just bring it in. Sometimes if you bring it in, it actually looks better. Up a bit. Come on, that'll do. What'll it do for me? Right. I'm not too worried about these little things here. Okay, zoom it out. That's better. It'd be gone. Okay, let's try and see what we can do with the sky. So I'm going to go to the gradient filter. The lens had a gradient filter on, by the way. Is this going to kick in? I've double clicked the effect just to reset it all. So I'm going to take the exposure down quite a lot. There, -2 there. Yeah. Pull this down. Whoa, there you go. Take that right down to the horizon level. Wow, that is quite dark, isn't it? Let's take it up a bit. Up, 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 up. What about there? What about there? About there? That'll do. Right. Okay. Let's try and play with these shadows a little bit. See if we can get anything more dramatic happening in there. Bum 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 bum. Just lowering the saturation a little bit up there. Yeah. Oh. There we go. I think that'll do actually. So we'll just turn that off. There we go. Not looking too bad from the original. Now the original, I'll go to the copy, is there. We've gone from that to that. And do you know what? I actually think we could probably push that saturation even more. There you go. Now this is just us editing the raw file, and we could go into the other software packages and do all sorts of cool stuff, but I just wanted to show you what we can do in the digital darkroom just in Lightroom without having to spend any more money on the other software. You can see you can get really good effects just from within your Lightroom. That's what I'm trying to get across here. We didn't need to go into Photoshop, although I could probably do with going into Photoshop, to be honest with you, just to clean up this noise a little bit better, because it's actually quite noisy, this image, but it's not really meant to be zoomed right in on. I mean, that is really zoomed in, and it's a big image, so I could probably get away with that, to be honest with you. Yeah, so you can, as you can see, take your images quite far just within Lightroom itself without going into the other softwares we got, because we got if I just right click here, for example, you can export this if it was HDR into HDR FX Pro 2 and stuff like that. And we could also edit in what have we got here? We got Define, Color FX Pro, Sharpen, and all that stuff, all these little gizmos, if we wanted to. But in this video I just wanted to show you what you can do without going through all that other stuff. That other stuff's good stuff, by the way, but sometimes you just want to keep things simple and just keep it all within Lightroom, and just using these tools is great. But if you did want to do it, this image as a HDR, you could get something like this, which is not bad. It's a lot brighter, and you can see a lot more detail in there. I mean, I could have got the Photoshop and got a very similar result to this HDR, but I'm trying to keep away from really in-depth stuff. I'm just trying to keep things simple, which has always been my way. If you can do things simply, then that's the way we're going to do it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I moved through this video pretty quick, but what I'm trying to get across is how is my workflow, because I don't work from numbers. I just sort of let me just reset that. I go from what I see in front of me, and I really want to encourage that, because if I start going, oh, I'll get this to 10%, or I up this by 5 stops and stuff, it just sounds really complicated. And to be honest, right, who works that way in real life? I mean, you're going to look at an image like this one, and you're going to say, you know in your mind how you want this image to look, and you had a rough idea when you took the picture. Now I've included the video footage of this scene here, video footage, about a minute I think I did, just to give you an idea of what I was looking at, so you sort of know what you want when you're taking the picture, and you know that you're going to get that sky if you know what you want. So you're not working by numbers, and I really like to encourage people to work from what they see in front of them, and that way you can just do almost anything if you work that way. And don't think, oh, skin color needs to be X amount of percent on the tint and stuff, and what if you want someone's skin to glow orange or purple or mauve, maybe that's what you want, and that's fine. It's artistic license, isn't it? And that's really what I'm trying to express here in these late. You probably noticed it in the last few videos where I've been working through, just quick work through, and it doesn't take me long. So that's the idea of what I'm trying to do. And yeah, you should just give it a go and experiment, basically. Anyway, soon we will be taking a look at those other softwares, but I'm trying to sort of keep away from those softwares, really, to be honest with you, because you can do a lot of the stuff with what you've already got, but we will take a look at those things, and they are good fun to play with, like the HDR I did. It's very good. So if you are going to purchase that software, then that would be the reason to purchase it, because you want to do HDRs, because I love that. And but we'll take a look at the other stuff as well and show you how to tweak and stuff. but again, I won't be working from percentages and numbers. We'll be working from what we see in front of us, because that's how I like to do things. Keep them simple. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you soon. Have fun.